Hello, everyone. George Sloan, Myford University. Today I'm going to talk about the idea of being a person of action. What you want to do is look at the calendar. And if you look at the calendar, you're going to find that someday is not on the calendar. Go ahead, take a look. It's not there. What you need to do is think in terms of now, not someday, because someday isn't there. Here's another idea. Are we talking about one day I'm going to do this? Is it one day or is it day one? Think about that one. Day one. Instead of one day, why don't we talk about 2 day? Another way to look at it, ask yourself constantly, what am I waiting for? Just start. You can always make it better. It isn't going to do itself. Learn it fast, apply it faster. Take action. Action, action, action. That's the word for today. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from myforduniversity.com, founder and dean. One of the things that we are really hell-bent on at Myford University is applying things and taking action. It's wonderful to learn, great to, gather more knowledge and take, time to develop skills, but it means nothing if you don't take action. Let the other guy do all the talking. You do the action, action, action. Who do you think's going to end up in better shape in the long run? That guy or you? Take action. They'll be scratching their heads, wondering how you did it when you've done it because you took action. They'll still be talking about it. You'll have done it. You'll summited that little mountain. And once you do one, it's a lot easier to do another. Take action. You want to learn more about this concept and others? Visit myforduniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. George Sloan from Myford University here. Today I want to talk to you real quick about talkers and doers. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Gonna. Ay. Just do it. Just start. It's not going to do itself. I hear all sorts of excuses. Oh, after school starts, after school ends, after the holidays. Next thing you know, it's next year. Excuses. Just get down to business and do it. You'll be in a better place the sooner you start. Just start where you are. Hello, everyone. George Sloan here, Myford University. Today we're going to talk about dopamine hits. I listen to Dan Coe quite a bit, and the other day coming into work, I was listening to him talk about people that talk about doing things, talk about starting a business, writing a book, and they're doing it purely for the dopamine hits. They don't actually do it. Nothing ever gets done. They just want the accolades and the dopamine. Whereas other individuals, they go a little bit quiet. They actually go and do things, make things happen, get their businesses up and running, execute, and they actually get real dopamine, not false dopamine. So I guess the point of this one is when you're going to be doing something, go quiet, do it, and it'll speak for itself. That's it for today. Learn fast, apply it faster. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan, Myford University. We are going to talk real quick about the idea of taking action. Stop waiting. Stop delaying. You're ready. Start. Do it now. Make something of today. Make something of this weekend. Make something of it. Take action. You'll make mistakes. It's not going to be perfect, but get started. Do it. What are you waiting for? It's never going to be perfect. The timing's never going to be right. Just do it. Do it now, not tomorrow. I think I heard a great quote once. I think it was Zig Ziglar said it. Tomorrow is the greatest labor-saving device ever invented by man. So think about that one. You want to get started. Do it. Try. Fail. Learn. Get better. Do it. What are you waiting for? Another great quote. Guy named Wayne Gretzky, famous hockey player. May have heard of him. He's been quoted as saying, "You miss 100% of the shots you never take." Think about that one. Take a shot. Do it. Worst thing that can happen? Doesn't quite work out. Learn. Try again. Do it. What are you waiting for? You want to learn more about this concept and other concepts? Visit myforduniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. Iteration beats perfectionism. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from Myford University. I'm going to talk real quick about the idea of progress over perfection. You want to iterate, start, do something, and then make it better. You don't want to sit there and dwell on it and never do anything. You want to take action. So here's an approach for iteration. You try it, you learn, you adjust, and then you repeat. And it's a loop. Another thing, you want to trade perfection for velocity. You want to do iteration, constantly doing improvements to make sure that you're moving forward. Listen, you've heard me say it before. There is no such thing as perfection. I don't believe in perfection. I believe in better. You can always make it better. Give me a workable solution, and then we'll work on elegant and perfect later. So real quick, just start. George Sloan from Myford University, where you learn it fast and apply it faster. Hello, everyone. George Sloan from Myford University. Today I want to talk about analysis paralysis. Basically, you spend so much time thinking about doing something, you do nothing. I want to borrow an idea from Nike. Just do it. You can always iterate and improve upon it, but you got to get started. The first step of the journey is always the hardest one. You got to get moving. Borrow another idea from Top Gun Maverick. Don't think, just do. So I highly recommend do a little planning, a little prep, but the bottom line is you got to take action and you got to move on it. The old expression where they talk about the idea of, I have an hour to chop down a tree, I'm going to spend the first 55 minutes sharpening, but the last 5 minutes doing the cutting. That's the way to go. Do a little prep work, get rolling, get it done, and iterate if you have to. Bottom line, learn it fast, apply it faster. Your problem is not motivation, it's structure. We're going to talk about ways that you can use to overcome issues with motivation. Systems will beat willpower every day of the week. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan, myforduniversity.com. We're going to talk about getting over some of the hurdles that you face when it comes to motivation. And motivation is effectively a mood. It's an emotion in many ways. Systems, on the other hand, are reliable. They are structured, and they can get you rolling, if you will. I've often said, and I've heard it said as well, if you're reluctant to start doing something, just make a commitment to say, I'm going to work on it for 5 or 10 minutes. And then sometimes some magic happens and you find that you've worked on it for a half an hour, and not only did you work on it, but it's done. So motivation is not necessarily a good approach. A system, like I just said, hey, we'll spend 5 minutes on this, and the next thing you know, it's done. All right, so let me go down a quick little list of things I came up with for you. You want to set up workflows that make the actions automatic. You schedule time in your calendar. Hey, this is my deep work time. I have a section of my calendar where I put either a half hour or an hour, and I call it administrative catch-up. And I will do a quick little catch-up to get things out of the way, things I typically don't want to do, and I try to do them and get them over with so I can move on to the fun stuff, if you will. The other thing, I have mixed emotions on calendars versus to-do lists. I use both. And sometimes I do it, from a calendar perspective to give it the time structure. From a to-do list perspective, I like prioritizing. What is a must-do? What is I would like to do? And try to knock off a few of them. And I come up with I make games of it. That's another approach I use. Here's the other approach. And I kind of hinted at this before. Set a brief time. Like I typically say I'll give 5 minutes to it, but a lot of people like 10 minutes. I'm going to give 10 minutes to it, and I'll see how much I can get done in 10 minutes. And like I say, normally 20 or 30 minutes will pass and the thing will be done. And then it's off your back. Give you another one. You want to track your efforts, not your feelings. Uh, there's something to be said about, you know, outputs being derived from inputs if they're the right inputs. If you use the right inputs, your outcomes are going to be highly desirable. And sometimes setting up a system or a structure to do a few of those inputs, you'll get what you're looking for. Um, let's talk about another one, the concept of discipline. Discipline will actually help you remove friction. Read a great book by Stephen Pressfield. Highly recommend it. It talks about dealing with what he calls resistance, and it's called The War on Art. Kind of a play on words for the other book that's called The Art of War, also a very good book. But he talks about ways to overcome, and one of the tactics I remember him talking about is just spend a few minutes on it. Um, if you are looking for other approaches and systems and frameworks to get things done, I highly recommend that you visit myforduniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. Okay, you want results? Try this. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from myforduniversity.com. If you want to get results, I'm going to give you a few things that you should be trying because, quite frankly, it makes the world of difference. You should be trying various little challenges for yourself, little sprints, little surges. The time frames I would recommend: do one day, do a weekend. Love weekends. Get a lot done on a weekend. Do a week, do a month, do a quarter. Do a series of little sprints, challenges, surges, and you will start to get a rhythm for it. Why do you want to go shorter? Well, I'm going to tell you. Number one, it's going to limit procrastination. Procrastination creeps up on you. It's like a silent killer for dreams, goals, and ambitions. So that's number one reason. Number two reason is it ups the iterations. What do I mean by that? Well, if you work in very short time frames, you end up upping the number of iterations that you can try. Try something, doesn't quite work, look at it, tweak it, try it again. Repeat, rinse and repeat over and over. So if you want to get results, these are some simple tactics to make that happen. If you want to learn more about this and other concepts, visit myforduniversity.com, where you learn it fast and apply it faster. We'll see you the next time. Thank you.